I'm Neil Cole, and welcome to the Museum of Classic Science Fiction. Hello, I am Neil Cole from the Museum of Classic Science Fiction. The museum tells the story of classic science fiction told throughout the ages with original movie props and costumes.
Visitors to the museum get a chance to see up close and in great detail costumes, props and even monsters from a history of television and movie science fiction.
For the last 20 years, I have painstakingly restored original surviving monsters and costumes and props from the original classic series of Doctor Who. And I've put them all together here 5 years ago, building this museum so that fans from all around can still access these pieces of history that we all watched excitedly as children.
The Museum of Classic Science Fiction isn't just an overview of the genre. It also houses what is now one of the world's largest collections of surviving screen-used, production-made artefacts from the classic era of Doctor Who. Over several years, the collection has been painstakingly organised to tell the chronological story of the classic years of Doctor Who. This offers visitors and fans a unique look at the development of the UK's premier science fiction programme. The props and costumes are supported by stunning published artwork by Doctor Who art legends Andrew Scaletta and Colin Howard. The museum first truly became a reality when my wife and I managed to purchase Osborne House in Allendale. This was a 4-storey Georgian townhouse, the sort of house I never thought I'd ever see myself living in. There was a catch, however. The house had been neglected for decades and needed a massive amount of work. Work on the cellar, which was now to become the museum, began in 2015. Restoring the cellar proved to be a far greater challenge than I first anticipated, and in the end took 3 years to complete. Owing to lack of finances, most of the work had to be done myself, with family and friends occasionally chipping in to help. This all had to be done around my day job as a teacher and looking after my family in the evenings. So I would work into the early hours of the mornings, weekends and holidays. That's where the leak was. If you want to know what it's like making a science fiction project on a budget of bugger all.
Can't wait to get this bit of the job done.
This is basically what it's like.
And there's somebody under there because I can see a pair of feet.
The cleaning up was such a laugh. So this is going to be the John Pertwee area. Flip my neck, the wall's falling down. I choose my words carefully. Bloody hell, man. Oh, you're right. And the Cyberman's going to be right in front of you here. And we've rebuilt this wall here. Hey, my bedroom. Georgian foam.
Don't mess around, just get on with it. Method.
Work in progress on the spacecraft display panel.
I get very, very anxious about things falling off.
This is mad. Mad.
And it's sort of clay and all sorts of stuff going on there. Tilda and I have been up here today at Allen Heads this morning. Tilda's been using the hairdryer. Today's little work.
Zach and Jethro buggered off.
I had a broken rib and that has been absolutely just slowed me in my tracks.
Yeah, going to come in through here. I'm going to be sitting there. Hello, nice to meet you. There's going to be a little doorway here. You'll walk through. I've got the first sort of corridor section built. Here's the sort of corridor walk. Monsters. Quarantine monsters. People keep saying, why is it not finished yet? I'm going, because it's a lot of work. Hey ho.
He's a self-confessed geek who filled his life with monsters, aliens, and things that go bump in the night.
My big dream is to open a science fiction museum to the public in my house.
And now Neil Cole's collection of unworldly stuff has taken up residence in the 300-year-old cellars of his home in rural Northumberland.
Former Doctor Who star John Levine has come to Allendale to open the museum. He played Sergeant Benton in the 70s and is one of Neil's childhood idols.
When you see someone put their heart and soul into something, when you see talent like this, how could you not come up? But I did not expect the quality and the quantity and the pure beauty of it. When you put it all together, it's like a little bit of magic, isn't it?
So to conclude our introduction to the Museum of Classic Sci-Fi, I thought it would be nice to show you some of the restoration work that I performed on a variety of monsters and creatures over the last few years. If you've enjoyed this video and liked what you've seen, you may now feel you would like to help support the Museum of Classic Sci-Fi. If you head over to the tier section, you'll find that we've set out a set of rewards for patrons. As a small independent museum run out of pure passion and energy, we don't receive sadly any money from government or any other sources, so we do depend on donations and entrance fee to keep the lights on. All money from patrons will be going straight back into the museum, into restoring monsters, paying for heating, and generally keeping the museum running. We thank you very, very much and hope you can become part of our new museum family.